Hello and welcome to the late morning taste challenge. I have Appleton Estate signature blend. I would like to try the other ones, and perhaps one day I will. This is a Jamaican rum aged approximately 4 years. They say it's 15 different rums blended in, aged an average of 4 years. That's coming from the website. Campari America is the importer. Campari owns Appleton Estate. The competitor, now this is about $19.99 a bottle, so let's say $20 a bottle. But I got it at Mathern's for $9.99. Can't say why. I don't know why. I didn't worry about why. I bought it. It was a great deal. Half price. Oh yeah, I'm taking that. Now this is Skol, imported Skol. Virgin Islands rum. Now if it's imported, then it's got to be from the British Virgin Islands, right? Because if it was shipped here from a U.S. territory, it wouldn't be imported. It'd just be shipped. Got it. All right. So that's the Skol. It's just got a gold plastic cap. It's a gold and black bottle, and it's got a red shield with a rum barrel and a castle on it, 2 griffins, a crown from J.A. Doherty's Sons Company Distillers. Now, J.A. Doherty was an immigrant from the United Kingdom, a British immigrant. And remember, back then, there's like the 1800s. Back then, the United Kingdom was Ireland, Wales, Scotland, and England. Now it's Northern Ireland, Wales, Scotland, and England. The rest of Ireland totally separated itself from the British Crown in 1949. That was the last time they were connected in any way. And they don't want anything to do with it. They're a republic now with their own president. Jeep and Foodie says, checking in early, Ron. Good to hear from you. Hey, Caleb. Caleb has a channel, y'all. Check out Jeep and Foodie. You'll get some good reviews. I'm trying to catch up on all the reviews. I've got such a backlog right now of music on Rock and Roll Club and beer reviews because I did the Clown Shoes, Undead Party Crasher, formerly Vampire Slayer, and there's just dozens of reviews. And most everybody loves it. You get a few people talking about how it's not that good, but I didn't see too many people saying that. The only big thing is that it used to be 10%. It got dropped to 9%. And that was sent to me by Douglas of Virginia. Thank you, Douglas. Okay, so here we go. I don't think this is going to be a contest in the sense that I'm going to get it confused. I don't need labels. I don't even know why I looked at labels or have labels, because this is very dark, reddish, brown, amber, chestnut, whatever color that is. And the Skol is very pale, silver, almost straw. And in other words, you get the feeling that it's not colored with food coloring because it just stayed that faint of a color in the barrel. And I did the this morning, I did the King Square American blended whiskey from Florida. And that one is so pale, and it's aged at least 4 years. But there's no way it could be colored, you know what I mean? Why would you color it and get it that light? Okay, so here's the, let me make sure they're the same level. Oh, heck. Nice metal cap here, not plastic. Well, you know, $20 a bottle. Get a little nicety there. Doesn't mean much. I've gotten $20 a bottle of liquors that have a cheap looking plastic cap. Now I spilled it. Oh, wow, man. Not much, but I want to make sure I wipe it up. All right, so the Skol, I purchased that at International Market. Okay, so here's Skol. Decent looking bottle, you know. Got the crust on it. Bought this at International Market for $6.99 for a whole liter. A whole liter, $6.99. Yeah, true story. It's not sold in this town. No, we get Skol vodka here. Skol. Cheers in the Scandinavian language. Skol vodka. Everybody sells that. It's like $6.99 $7.50. Then they got the Dobra, also $6.99. But I don't fool with vodka, so you know. But anyway, J.A. Doherty moved to America. He started a liquor company, a distilling company. It didn't get real popular though. Then he died. I don't remember when, 1880s or something. So his children took over. His two sons, can't remember their names. They really got it big. So they made it to like a big company. And that's why it became J.A. Doherty's Sons Company Distillers. But then they died. Like from what I was reading, within a few days of each other. Just they died. They something happened in 1919. Maybe it was the flu or whatever that was around the world. But I don't know what it was. But anyway, the family who inherited it, they didn't really want it. You know, they just, like so many companies, they wanted to cash out. So they sold it. So J.A. Doherty's and Sons Company has been sold and owned by other people since 1919, 101 years. And it's owned by Sazerac today. Sazerac does that. They go around buying brands, recipes, and entire companies and entire distilleries, usually ones that are kind of struggling a little bit. Okay. Will that work? Ultimately, I don't know. It's working. They're around, aren't they? Okay. So you can see how dark the Appleton estate is. That's an estate. It's a big plantation, we call it, I guess. A big farm with a mansion, and they grow sugarcane. Sugarcane. Well, then it's up in the mountains in Jamaica. You got to ride like on a 3-hour ride from any tourist attraction. It is a tourist attraction, but you know what I'm saying? You get on a bus and ride. There's a lot of videos on YouTube where people are touring it, and it looks pretty interesting. Appleton Estate, and they let you sample. You know, you pay your fee, and they let you sample. It's not a free tour, and it's famous all over the world. Okay, and it was bought out by Campari, an Italian company, Campari. All right. Now, as far as rum production in the British Virgin Islands, I know nothing about that. Okay. I could probably do some research, but I don't know. I'd like to go to the British Virgin Islands. If you go to like St. Croix, I think it is, or is it St. Thomas, St. John's? I can't remember. One of those American Virgin Islands. I'd like to go. And then you can take a ferry. There's a ferry that runs a few times a day. It'll take you over to the British island. Well, I can't remember which one, Tortola or something. You can tour that, and then they'll take you back. So British Virgin Island rum versus Commonwealth realm rum. Jamaica was a British colony, but then in 1962 it became its own self-governing. They call that a Commonwealth realm. They don't have a president. They have a governor general. And then the person that's running the government on a day-to-day basis would be the prime minister. The manager. Like we got the president who kind of runs the government, you know, but like really the Speaker of the House has probably more day-to-day involvement in operation of the getting laws passed and things done. The president is just like having a national prayer breakfast, giving awards for top Girl Scout of the Year, Girl Scout of the Year, National Fight Tooth Decay Awareness Week. But the president is involved in politics in the United States heavily, of course. In England, they got away from that, where they adopted the practice where the monarch, the king or queen, wouldn't get involved in politics, because it always causes trouble. Like, half the countries don't like them, the other half likes them, depending on who's in power, you know. And they'll say, you're taking sides, you're taking sides. And of course, in the United States, there's always that with the president. You're taking sides, you're partisan, you're picking on people, no matter who the president is. But, you know, we think our system's better, they think their system's better, you know, but whatever. Okay, I know what it is. Of course, the United States system is copied from the British system. This one is so dry. It's so like, you get wood on the nose, but it's not really sugar. It's just like a thin nose, thin. So that's the Skol. I'm gonna look now. I know it's Skol. Joseph Appleton says, educational, good video. Thank you. So, but whether the form of government is a republic or a kingdom, a monarchy, that doesn't matter as far as the rum. It's the rum tastes good, right? And I think they both taste good, but I'll taste them. I know, like I said, it isn't going to be much of a challenge. The flavor and the aroma for Appleton Estate Signature Blend is unique. It's unlike anything I've ever smelled or tasted. It smells and tastes like roasted marshmallows. It even has like a creamy, like cream, you know, like cream, almost like sour cream or something, but not really. Oh, you know, they sell this bag of stuff at the grocery store called Honduran cream. It's like this yellowish, orange, yellowish cream, a bag of cream. I said, what is that? What do you do with Honduran cream? If y'all know anything about it, let me know. This seems like it would be easy, open and shut case, especially with quality. It is, but here's the rub on this. The Skol performs way above its price point. Like, you think it's going to just be terrible, but it isn't. That's where the challenge is in play. Now the Appleton Estate. Man, that is just dynamite. The wood, the charred oak, the vanilla, the heavy roasted marshmallow, sweet molasses, sugar, booze. You get the distilled, you know, liquor, but it's like smooth and mild and nice. It doesn't throw you off like some of these American blended whiskeys I've been doing. They're like, the cat scratched my face. They could like they could be very booze forward, liquor forward, which would turn a lot of people off. This isn't. It's more pleasant. I'm sorry, it's more pleasant. You could tell me, oh, I hate you because you're turning against whiskey and you prefer rum. I'm not turning against whiskey. I just think rum tastes better, but that's me, right? I think dark chocolate tastes better than milk chocolate. Am I turning against milk chocolate? No, I'll eat it. But if I have my choice, I'm gonna grab the dark chocolate. If I have my choice, I'm gonna grab the rum. Nah. What about tequila? Well, I never tried tequila. I might prefer it over the whiskey and the rum. Brandy? Maybe brandy's in the middle. Like whiskey here, brandy I like a little bit more, and then rum I like a little bit more than that. And I guess vodka would be at the bottom. Something weird about vodka. And then gin. Gin is all right, but I start talking crazy if I drink gin. Yo ho ho, says Jacob Downey. Hey Jacob. So gin has interesting flavors and characteristics, but then I start talking and thinking crazy thoughts, and I say I don't like to talk. I talk crazy enough when I'm not crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I say, gin, stay away. Get thee hence, Satan. Get behind me, Satan. You know what I'm saying? This is very interesting. It's light molasses and sugar. Okay, so the body's much lighter, even though they're both 80 proof. So you can really pick up the water here with the Skol. But then what do you get when you fall in love? Well, what you get is a lot of wood. Wood. No char, wood. Is it filtered through charcoal? Yeah. What kind? Don't know. Can't ever find out. Won't ever find out. Could I go to Sazerac House and see this on their showcase? Well, I could, but as you know, I won't. You know I'm not going to see that at Sazerac House. They have rums they'll feature. Maybe every week they change them out. But what they going to feature? Myers is Cane Run. Those ones, those specialty rums that they make, that's expensive, like $20 to $30 a bottle, like the one from Trinidad. It's called like Trinidadian and Barbadosian and, you know, Netherlands, Antillians, you know, those kind of things. The stuff they really want you to buy, the stuff that's better or more pricey. Well, that makes sense because I would do the same thing. Eagle Rare, bourbon, that kind of stuff. Sazerac Rye whiskey. Some kind of Canadian whiskey, they're going to want you to try Caribou, something like that, because that's expensive. Buffalo Trace, Southern Comfort, those kind of things. Sazerac Cognac, which they brought back. I think it was discontinued for a long time, but it goes back to the 1700s. That's like $110 a bottle. Would they like you to buy that? Yes. But this is very sharp and dry. It's almost like the dry white, but it's a rich gold. Now, I don't know why they say rich, because I don't find it's that rich. You know, rich, you're thinking of like butter and cream and wedding cake icing. And then, you know, you get your stomach it'll turn your stomach after too much. You know, it's just like, ugh. People will say that it's too rich. I can't keep eating it. But this one, I don't get it because it seems dry. Like you could really drink too much of it. And it's very woody. Very woody. If you don't like the taste of wood, like a wood barrel infused in a drink, it must have been soaking in the barrel a pretty good long time. Seems like it was more than a year down in the British Virgin Islands. And it's so light. I don't think they added, like I said, I don't think they added any color to it. How could they add color to that? Look at it. It's like, you say, that's clear. It's so pale. Yeah, that's what liquor looks like when you don't add the color. And it might turn people off. You know, they're like, ugh, it's so light. They might. Okay. But which one tastes better? I knew this was going to happen. This is going to be a tough one. The Appleton estate is much richer and sugary and elaborate, let's call it. That smoky aroma, that smoky marshmallow fire, like, you know, you've been camping and they got the marshmallows roasting over the fire and you smell the charcoal crackling and burning. And somebody's burning something, you smell it. Well, they're burning some. It's like that. Man. But then, you see, that doesn't always appeal to everybody. Some people would like this approach, this more low profile, what you say, succinct approach. And I don't think it's a matter of one is worse than the other. I really don't think that here. I just think it's a matter of what you prefer. I prefer both, to tell you the truth. And that's where all these considerations come into play. Because is the Appleton estate a better rum? On paper, it is. $19.99 versus for $7.50 versus $6.99. $6.99. I mean, come on, for a liter. Is that a normal price? No, we get abnormal prices in Louisiana. Abnormally low, I should say. I don't know what it's going to be in your town, but you could find out because you can do like online search for these kind of things, and it'll list a lot of online liquor stores like Specs and Total Wine, and you could even look it up in the Canadian like LCBO. Of course, that screws up because then you got to convert it to American dollars. They'll do that on Google. They have little converters, but I bet you if you search around, you're not gonna find any liquor store got it for $6.99 a liter. You're not gonna find it. So it's probably more like $15, $12 a liter. Let's say $12 a liter, probably. But even taking that into account, it's still way cheaper than the Appleton estate. But I'm not saying it's worse. I'm not going to say that. I'm not saying that. I won't. It's just different. And that's where we run into trouble with beer reviews a lot of times. They're different. And then people flip out and go crazy talking about, you're wrong, it's better. It's like, no, it's just different. Okay. Now, are some things better? Yeah. Are some beers really bad? Yeah. Look at our earthquake review from a few days ago. It was yesterday I posted it. That was really bad. And when I had it in 2018 or 2019, I thought, it's not so bad. But then I had it again. I was like, no, it's really bad. And then you got stuff like 1050, or whatever, how you pronounce that, from Oscar Blues. It's like really awesome. And Founders CBS, like really awesome. But then some cheap beers are really good. So it's tricky. And the Skol is cheap and it's really good. Would I recommend it? Without any hesitation. I would recommend this so quick. I would just recommend it. I just would not hesitate. And the Skol Dry White, I recommend it. Now, some people say, Skol, I'd rather be drugged down the road from the back of a pickup truck, beaten with canes. Well, okay. I never had Skol vodka, so I can't testify to that. But the Skol rum, that's a winner. It's a nice looking bottle. It's got the little diamonds on the shoulder. To me, it tastes good. Earthquake is the worst beer I ever had. I bet you never had Camo, though, huh? It says Flippy Gat 3. I bet you never had Camo. If you ever drank Camo beers, then Earthquake will no longer be the worst beer you've had. It'll be one of the worst, no doubt, but it won't be the worst. Camo takes the cake. That thing is like, you almost admire how bad it is, because it's like these people have the gall to put this on the market with a straight face and sell it. It's not sold in Louisiana. I don't think anybody in this state would buy it. You say, you're a poor state. You're in the South. You're poor. Your people are poor. Okay, whatever. But I think Louisiana people know about drinking, and they don't fool with really cheap stuff too much. Well, especially with beer. Maybe wine and liquor. Okay, not beer. They tried to sell some of that stuff down here. It didn't sell. And it was $10.99 a 30-pack. $10.99 a 30-pack for Milwaukee Special Reserve. It lasted 1 month. They had to ship it all back or throw it out. Nobody was drinking that. Want to try to see how awful it is. Haha. Yeah, you'll find out if you ever see it. I bought it in Detroit. I never saw it anywhere but Detroit. Now I drank the Four Loko Gold. I didn't think it tasted bad, really. People kept telling me it tastes like Red Bull. I never had Red Bull, so I don't know what that's supposed to taste like. The problem with Four Loko Gold, it was like if you drank 4 glasses of this Skol. I mean, it's just too much. Beer should not be 14% alcohol in a 24-ounce can. Oh, no. I got to go to counseling. I can't get it. I can't shake it. I got to go to counseling. But what are they going to tell me? Well, let's paint some pictures about what happened. I'm going to be like, no, you didn't have, you have, and I would tell the counselor, you ever had Four Loko Gold? Well, no, I never had it. I've heard of it. I'd say, you go drink a 24-ounce can and you're going to need counseling. And all the watercoloring you do is not going to help. Because you're going to be traumatized behind that. I woke up and I knew I had watched the Super Bowl. I said, I know the Super Bowl was on. I know it was on. But dang if I can remember it. And then I felt bad for 2 days. I said, ooh, never again. Never. So I've had Four Loko once, and it's 14%, and I'll never have it again. They make a sour. It's all fake. It's all artificial flavor, all of it. You look at any can, say artificial flavoring. Because, you know, the words natural and Four Loko just don't match up. They just don't go together. And you know who makes Earthquake? The same people that make Four Loko, Fusion Projects. That's their non-flavored beer. Earthquake is their non-flavored beer, and it's only 10%. Only 10%. When you drank it, you wish they had flavored it with the raspberry and the cranberry and the sour and the FBI. Now, Joseph, you're asking me all these questions I cannot answer. What's the best-selling beer, and have you tried Harley Davidson beer? Budweiser is the world's best-selling beer, okay? And no, I have not tried Harley Davidson beer. I have yet to pull the trigger on Camo just to get it out of the way. You could do it, but you got to get prepared. Like, you need to get really mentally prepared. You need to go camping first, walk a lot for like a week. Just walk, think about things, like concentrate real hard. Like, just concentrate on things. And then you could be like Captain Willard in Apocalypse Now. You can come out the lake, you know, you just rise out the lake where your face is all camouflaged, and then you'd be like, now I'm ready to do what I have been sent here to do. And that's how you could be. You could just be like, now I can drink Camo. I mean, it's still not going to work. You're still going to be traumatized by it, and your life will be ruined. But you could at least kind of like trick yourself into thinking that you could handle it. You know what I'm saying? Four Loko Gold is as sweet as Skittles. I can't deal with that. I don't want that in my life. Oh, what a dreadful experience. Skittles are good. Ha ha ha. Well, hey, Four Loko Gold is not good. All right, anyway, enough jibber jabber and talking and all of that. Final assessment. Skol wins, and I'm going to tell you why it wins. Because it's a lot cheaper, and the flavor is there. The quality is there, okay? There's something interesting about it. There's nothing off-putting about it. You don't have to, like, make an argument or an excuse for it. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of these cheap ones, you'd be like, well, okay, but if you look at it this way, then blah, blah, blah. But not with this one. You don't have to look at it this way. You just drink it, and it's good on its own merits. It's just good. It tastes good. It's a well-made, light-bodied, light-colored gold rum. All right? That's the way I feel about it. Appleton Estate is dynamite all the way. Upside, downside, front, back, side to side, diagonal. It's great. I think it's fabulous. Yeah, I know it's their cheapest one. Just think what the expensive ones taste like. Oh, yeah. No to Lime-A-Rita. Yeah, I would drink Lime-A-Rita every day before I would drink Four Loko. Lime-A-Rita wouldn't bother me. Now that they're getting away from high fructose corn syrup, they say they're going to pure sugar. That wouldn't bother me. I mean, it's probably not good to drink all the sugar. That high fructose corn syrup used to get next to me, give me the willies, you know. But I don't think Lime-A-Rita is bad. I think the Lime-A-Rita the coconut Rita is really good. They did a great job with that one. That's real coconut. They did a great job. That's a great beer. You say, you mean for a flavored product, it's a great beer. No, actually, I mean for a beer overall, it's a great beer. I mean, yeah, for flavored, but it really is good. It just on its own, it's good. Now, what beer is coming up? I have to do this complementation hazy IPA from Campanology Brewing. Well, Campanology is not a real company. It's Octopi Brewing. They do contract brewing. That's what they do. They don't have their own brands, really. They just say on their website, if you want us to produce beer brands for you, we'll do it. Just give us the recipe. We'll do it perfectly. So I bought that at Trader Joe's. I wouldn't care to drink a hazy IPA, but this might be interesting. You know, I only paid $1.50 for it, so heck. It's Camel beer made by Cigarettes Company. Moving on. Robert says, Skol vodka is one of the worst liquors I've ever tasted. Pure mixer at best, says Robert Futt 99. Well, I just can't comment on it. I've never had Skol vodka. I could buy it that fast, right? I've never had Miles Gin. I could buy Miles Gin that fast. And cheap too, yeah, but I've just never had it. Bud Chilada was really awful, but I think I just do not like the idea of it, says Flippy Gat 3. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I like Chilada beers. Like, I kind of like Clamato, like the clam broth mixed with tomato juice, spiked with hot sauce, lime flavor, and then Budweiser beer poured in it. I like that, but other people would just gag off of it, you know, and then they add salt. It's like soup, basically. Cold soup. Still keeping my eyes peeled for the new Bud Nitro. I got it here. I can get it. I could have bought it this morning for $14.99 for a 12-pack, but I said, nah, I'm going to wait. I'm like Michael Corleone. I'm going to wait, you know, but I am going to try it soon. I wanted to be the first person in the world to do it, but somebody beat me to it. I knew they would if I didn't immediately jump on it, but I can wait. I can wait. Off topic, but do you have any thoughts about the coronavirus? Yes, I'm not scared of it, and it's kind of like the flu. And they're saying on the news this morning, you cannot build an immunity to it. How do they know that? How would they know that? Like, it just been on the market, right? For a year. Probably you could build immunity to it. They don't know that. They don't even know where it started. The government of Taiwan and China, the Republic of China government in Taiwan said they traced it back. They think it started in the United States, that it was introduced into China, that it actually came from the United States. That's what the Taiwan government said. Then you start thinking, whoa, is this some kind of bioweapons program, you know? You mean that virus China made to stop the protests and hurt our economy? See, there's somebody with a definitive answer. He knows. But you don't know. You say, well, I do know because that guy Jones said it. He said it. Who's that guy Jones that got that real strained voice, like he talks constantly loud, and so he can't, his voice is like, and then we're gonna show you, we're gonna keep all the guns, we're gonna show you because the British did this and the British did that. I'm like, yay. Yeah. 30,000 people have died from the flu last year, 22 from the propaganda virus, right? The propaganda virus. Right. Wake up, America. Okay, anyway. Now that brings us to the end of another beautiful taste challenge. And coming up on Thursday, God willing, we're going to do 75 South, Albertsons cheap blended whiskey, $5.99 a bottle at your nearest Albertsons. Oh my goodness. Versus Kentucky Bow. Oh man, wish me luck. I hope I don't get too depressed. Then in the afternoon, God willing, we're going to do Appleton Estate versus Ron Pontalba Gold. That's going to be a tragic kingdom. That's going to be a tragic kingdom. Holla back, girl. Because Ron Pontalba, let's be honest, it tastes pretty not enjoyable. Unless you like rubbing alcohol. Rubbing alcohol is kind of good. Gotta love Appleton. Gotta love it. It's going to kill it. And then, talking about brandy, which we weren't actually talking about. Talking about brandy, we're going to bring in the Blue Swift from Martell. Thanks.